Greetings, gentlemen. Sorry to disrupt the very, very, very exciting football, 0-0, if you don't know. Wales versus England. I'll just say hello to everyone. Brian Street. Sorry, Brian. Sorry if I annoyed you, Brian. I know football is an important issue with you. But hello anyway. Cy London, Rudolph Jacobs, David Barnett. David Barnett trying to multitask watching Eddie in the football. I'll keep you company. You can look at the football and you can listen to me waffling on anyway if you want. Bernard Purcell, hello. I am Tilt. Good evening, Eddie from Heathrow. Bentman, how's it going, Ed? You been down in a few beers and having fun with the ladies? This afternoon, more than a few beers. I met up with I was recognised by some subscribers and I sat down at beer and wine with them. Paul, who I met this afternoon, and I drank so much wine that Jesus Christ, it sort of wiped me out for the day. Frank Travels, sleazy music. Well, I'm a sleaze anyway. Ian UK, hi, what's up the games? I don't think you get much joy tonight. Missing you though. Well, I can see the football match on the telly here, and they're not getting much joy. 0-0. I mean, is that as good as it gets? Capo, evening Ed. Okay. Tony Simpson, nice guy, Eddie. Okay, nice to hear from you. Ty Billy Boy, Neil Fleet. All right, Ed, can't you sleep? To be honest with you, I mean, I slept all evening, and I woke up at about 11 o'clock at night with a bloody hangover, and I thought I may as well do this live. Well, this is the Steady Eddie live channel anyway, so we can do a few other things. It's still 0-0 anyway. I've got the sound turned down. Tony Simpson, Ty Billy Boy, Neil Fleet. Okay, David Mahoney. I'm from Sydney. Hello. Yeah, see, we start watching the World Cup. I mean, there are people from Australia and America and various other places who are simply not interested in the World Cup. Ed Sweeney's 20-stone wife back in England. Get upstairs and fill me up. Okay, baby, I'm coming. Paul Harrison. I heard the footy's a bit boring at the moment. A bit boring. I think that's a bit, whatever. Understatement. Poppycon, good evening, Ed. Look like you've caught a bit of sun there. Well, to be honest with you, today was a sunny day, not totally, but an actual blue sky. I seen a blue sky today. And to be honest with you, the weather in November has been fairly dreadful. I'm sorry, I'm just looking up at the TV to see if anything exciting has happened there. The weather's been really quite dreadful. There's really been a lot of rain and whatever. But maybe this is the first day of the dry season. But nice to hear from you, Papa Con. Let's see. Daniel Mills, I don't watch an England team that takes the knee. Is that what they did? Oh, that's it. That TV's going off. Bollocks to them. Okay. Mark McCormick, can you hear this? I'm actually in a room, this hotel. I've got a story in a minute. I've got a story. I'm a bit bloody annoyed. I mean, in fact, very annoyed. It's Buchendock, or the hotel anyway. Not this one, another one. Mark McCormick, even Eddie, got £10 on the match tonight. Both teams to score and England to win. 130 quid return. Not a massive football fan, so I'll watch you instead. I hope I hope you I hope you win 130 quid. Sean Harris, good evening. Dutch Varang, what is this? Are you back home? No, I'm still in Thailand. I'm still in Pattaya. It sounds like a bloody disease, that doesn't it? I'm in Pattaya. Yeah, well, you've been to the you got in Pattaya. I mean, have you been to the doctor? It sounds like a disease there. Sean Harris, good evening. Dutch Varang, Mr. Multi. Okay, John Mitch. Hi, Eddie. Just booked my flight to Colombia. €1380 business class on Lufthansa. Good for you, John. Good for you. John Mitch is an expert in Colombia. He clearly likes that place. So good for you, mate. 1,380. I'm presuming that's return anyway. Good for you. Tell us more if you want. Thai Billy Boy. Love the picture in the background. The reason I'm showing this in the background is that this hotel I'm staying in looks like Alcatraz. I mean, it looks like Alcatraz. I mean, I opened the window before, and there was all these birds, little birdies sitting there. I thought I might just adopt them and pretend that I'm Bert Lancaster. You know what I mean? Oh, this is. I don't want to show this room. Let's see. Terry Jones, good evening. Tony Simpson, nice to hear from you. Tony, how you feel now after the afternoon drinking session? Nice guy Eddie. Drank so many wines. It was nice to meet the people this afternoon. But I'm the guy Paul. Bought me a few wines and whatever. And I drank a little. It went down too easily, and I just I just crashed out. Ian Bowden, hi Eddie. I'm at work. My breaks again, so can't get involved with your live stream. Where's your next place after the time? Well, I'm heading to Cambodia. Okay, well, there's a few developments there that I there's things to talk about anyway. But I should be in Cambodia sometime next week anyway. But I don't really know how to get there just yet. Gemini Star, nice to hear from you anyway, Ian. Gemini Star, David Barnes, Ed will be in Pattaya next Tuesday. Was hoping we could meet for the beer, but I think you are leaving Pattaya before I arrive. Yeah, well, the plan is to be in Cambodia by then. Super nice. Cheers. I don't follow football. Your live is more entertaining. Okay, good for you. It's nearly half time now, isn't it? Bintman one, how has Pattaya been at? Do you feel it's run its course for you? You don't seem that enthusiastic about on this. I am. I am enthusiastic. Pattaya has got the weather's been a bit crap, but Pattaya is always a good place. It's really like old times. The problem with Pattaya, and it's always been the case for me, is that it's like a giant Christmas pudding. It looks great, it smells great. You can't wait to get your teeth into it, but if you eat too much of it, you get pig sick, and you don't want to see it again for a very long time. I mean, that's Pattaya, really. In UK, Stephen West shared on Twitter. Okay, thank you for that. Yeah, I'll put this one on the. All right. Cheers for that. Cheers for that, Stephen West. Maybe Elon Musk might see this, and maybe Elon Musk might become a steady Eddie fan. You never know. Stranger things have happened. In UK, his little lad seen much action down Soy Honey, any sandwiches lined up. Little lad has got nothing to complain about. Little lad is, he's little lad is not, is full of testosterone as he used to be. But little lad is still there. He's still ready to spring into action at any time. Mister, taking a BS. Okay, don't blame me, mate. That's what I think. I am still same here. Next in a, I'm out. Is that what he did? I didn't see that bit. Sean Harris. Actually, remember when you used to do overrated, underrated? I think The Searchers is a very overrated western. What's the other? Well, I mean, that's a John Wayne movie. I wouldn't say that that was overrated. I think obviously it's maybe dated, obviously, 'cause that's the 1950s, but it is a magnificent film, and some people reckon it's one of the best movies that John Wayne was ever in. I think it was a fine film. I wouldn't actually say it was. I wouldn't say it was either of those things. It is a highly rated western, and it is a good movie, that one. Just my own opinion. Harry Holt, good evening, mate. Glad to see you're on. Life saving vlog. Can't cope with England's back passing. Well, it's. I think it's half time now, isn't it? Isn't it turned half time? And it's still 0-0, so nothing exciting there. Martin Ryder, why aren't you watching the game? I am watching it. I mean, I'm sitting there doing this. It's on the TV there with the commentary turned down, and if anything exciting happens, I'll probably leap up in the air. I am watching it. Nice to hear from you, Martin. Ed Sweeney's 65 stone English wife in Thailand. As he come back to bed. Oh, I've got two wives apparently. As he come back to, all right, I'm coming, darling. I'm coming. Yeah, don't worry, honey bunch. I'll be with you. Okay. In UK, by the way, as I fly to Bangkok on Saturday from is that Manchester, 6 weeks traveling. Oh, good for you, mate. Good for you. Well, the weather I think will improve now because it's like the rainy season has come to an end, but it's not going to go out without a fight. You know what I mean? I mean, the rainy season is still but it was dry today anyway. Ivan, so far the World Cups didn't disappoint. Great games. Okay, good for you. Not everybody shares that opinion, but you've got your opinion. John Milne, hi Ed. Offer the night shift. Try and see you next time. Okay, good for you, mate. Good for you. Peter, do we start calling you Eddie Stroud? Not quite sure of the significance of that one. Can't remember who Eddie Stroud is, to be honest with you. Bit ignorant about that one. But anyway, nice to hear from you, Peter. Okay, Mister, just read Edna anti-cholesterol blood thinner. Okay, this is a blood thinner. Can you see this? This is a Sangsum and Coke. Oh, there you go. Where are we now? Let's see. Martin Ryder, Skyscanner, Dong Guang to Phnom Penh. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm looking at some of this. Yeah, definitely. There we go. Ed Sweeney's 65 stone English wife in Thailand. Eddie, I need your beef bayonet. Oh, don't worry. You'll get my bayonet, honey. You are honey buns. Don't worry. Carl, hi Eddie, just got back, pissed up, couldn't face the football. Well, I've got it on the TV. It's got a Thai commentary. Nice to meet you anyway. Nice to hear from you, Carl. Met Carl the other night anyway, so hope all's well. In a moment, I'll tell you the bloody hotel saga anyway. HCW, Eddie, are you sure you have enough testosterone for Cambodia? I'm pretty sure that I'll find it. I'm pretty sure I'll find it. Big Cyril, Eddie should be glad to be there. It's colder than Mary Whitehouse's fair box back in the UK. Oh, I don't miss the UK. No, I'm glad that I'm here. I'm glad that I'm in town. Okay, now listen, before we, another one from Ian. Another one. Ian Bowden, your voice sounds like Paul O'Grady tonight, Ed. You mean Lily Savage? Have you a cold or have you been singing karaoke too loud? I'm trying to keep my voice on because it echoes. Don't forget, it's what time is it? It's about 3. It's coming to 3 o'clock in the morning here, and that's my voice echoes because it's just like bare walls. If you used to see this hotel room, it looks a bit like Alcatraz. So anyway, I'll tell you. I'll tell you a little bit. I'm not enough anybody, please. Right, I left that rather good hotel, the Nova Gold Hotel, which is around the other end of town, to stay in another hotel, and I booked it through Booking.com. I'd arranged it. It was a cheaper hotel that I'd booked with through Booking.com. I kind of, it's got a funny name. I couldn't even, yeah, it wouldn't even register when I got a bold taxi. But anyway, I turned up there yesterday morning, and it basically cost me about 4,500 baht for 7 nights. But I hadn't paid it. I booked it with a credit card, but I hadn't actually paid for it yet. You pay when you're there. But I turned up at this hotel, and the woman, it's central Pattaya. It's close to Second Road and Soy and a good location. But the woman was really quite hostile towards me. The first thing she said was no Wi-Fi. No Wi-Fi, and then and then she said, "You may be better getting another room." Well, show me this one because I had a bloody big suitcase with me, and I booked it through Booking.com. So I looked at it, and it was a ground floor room, and it wasn't very nice. Now I don't like ground floor, especially in a place like this, because you got bloody rats running around hotel on the ground floor. I've seen it before. I didn't like the look of the room, and she said a number of times, you better go, find another hotel. Okay, she obviously, maybe she didn't like the look of it. Maybe she'd seen my videos or something. I don't like the look of him anyway. So I had my suitcase, and I was checking in early anyway. So I said to her, I said to her, so I hope I'm not going to be charged. If I go and find another hotel, I hope I'm not going to be charged for this one. She said, no, you not get charged for this one. You not get charged for this one. Fair enough. So anyway, about half an hour later, I looked around the hotels. I found the one that I'm in now, which looks a bit like Alcatraz, but it's good value, and at least the people who are running this are really quite friendly anyway. So I'm in a different hotel now, not booked through Booking.com. Okay. So anyway, fair enough. I'm quite happy to stay in this one for a while. It's a bit bland, but it's central location. I got an email from Booking.com. They're going to charge me as a no-show for that other hotel. I've sent them a message, 4,500 baht. I sent them a message to say that this woman said, it's not, the room's not really ready, and she said, go and find another one, and we won't charge it and all of this. I don't know what the hell's happening. They better not bloody charge me for it. Anyway, so I'm not happy about that. Sean Harris, please remind everyone to have travel insurance. I had a little accident in Pattaya and I had to go to hospital. Glad I had insurance. Okay, everyone, if you're traveling, make sure that you have insurance. And Sean, I hope you're okay anyway. I hope it's not too bad anyway. Good luck to you, mate, anyway. Harry Holt, nice to hear from you. Good night, Sir Eddie. Can't see my mobile screen as long as... Good night, Sir Eddie. Can't see my mobile screen. You long-term Kipax, what a night. My mobile. Okay, all right. Well, rest well anyway, Carl. Nice to hear from you anyway. Carl had a bit of a misfortune anyway, so he's on another mobile now. Nice to hear from you anyway, mate. Alpha Interactions. Eddie, how busy is it out in Pattaya right now? It's as busy as it normally would be. I mean, I was thought November was the run-up to the peak season, not the actual peak season. That begins December. But now there's tons of people, plenty of people around there, plenty of people. Let's see. Tony Simpson, has the Christmas decks gone up in Pattaya? Nice guy, Eddie. Yeah, I've seen. I was in Central Festival, and the hotel I'm staying is quite close to Central Festival. So I was there yesterday. They've got a nice big Christmas tree there. So for what it's worth, anyway. Berman, what went wrong with this hotel? Did you check out the reviews before booking it? No, the hotel I was staying in, which I booked a while ago. I mean, the woman was she was quite hostile, really. No, you best not stay here. You best go somewhere else. I mean, what the bloody hell is she? Maybe she thinks I'm going to bring my 65-stone wife along with me. Maybe she's seen these live streams. But it's anyway. I hope that Booking.com don't charge me because the very first thing she said was no Wi-Fi, and it says on the listing that it includes Wi-Fi. I mean, that wasn't really the issue. I could have done without that, but when I looked at the room, their whole attitude was not welcoming. When I looked at the room, I thought, I don't like the look of that place there at all, really. Brian Street, half time is better time. Okay, Brian, I'm sorry to disrupt you, mate. You know, I know that you love your football anyway, but nice to hear from you anyway, Brian. Hope you're enjoying the game. Terry Jones, half time, Wales nil, England nil. Okay, so that sounds exciting. Yeah, yeah. Bored is not the word. Okay, talking about football. Sansom and Coke, classic. Yeah, this is quite nice. Anyway, it's funny. I mean, I woke up, a couple of hours ago, or maybe 3 hours ago, or whatever, with a hangover, and now I'm bloody drinking again. Jesus Christ. Peter Robert Stroud, the Birdman of Alcatraz. Yeah, absolutely. Wonderful movie. Burt Lancaster was always a reliable actor. As if Sharik, yeah, okay, nice to hear from you, mate. Nice to hear from you. Okay, let's see. Mr. Overthrow, yeah, whatever. Dutch Farang, vitamin D does wonders, okay. Steve Goodall, did you see Gaza in Pats today? I wanted to buy him a few pints for a laugh. I see well, he was on next made a video, hasn't he? Apparently, he was really funny. I mean, it's I wouldn't wish to see that person. I really wouldn't wish to see that. But he's revered by a lot of people anyway. McLaren F1 race damage, you've ruined the footy. No, I think England's ruining the bloody footy, personally. Yeah, as of Shari, you're a legend, mate. You're a legend. Okay, thank you for that. And let me just say, to all the people, and a lot of them probably aren't watching right now, to all the guys who have stopped me in Pattaya this week, and they watch so many of my videos. They know what happened to me videos, what I said to me videos, and whatever. And they've been really good. Honestly, I've met some really terrific people. Since I've been in Thailand, especially Pattaya, and they've all been really great. They've all been really pleasant. I mean, yeah, sometimes you meet the occasional dickhead. Well, I haven't met the occasional dickhead. All of the people that I've met, all the guys, every last one of them, and even a couple of women have said that they watch me, and they've been really great about it. So that's made me feel good. That really has made me feel good. Danish bacon, nice to hear from you, mate. Okay. David Boone. Hey, Ed, have you ever went to Rio de Janeiro? What's the women like? Lovely. Brazilian beds. Oh, Brazilian beds are beautiful. They're so sexy. And Rio is an awesome city. I've been to Rio twice, and it's a wonderful place. And the women, I mean, I particularly like Sandra from the Amazon. She looked like Maria Carey. And oh, the lovely women, beautiful women, absolutely. Give it a go, mate. Give it a go. I am tilt. I was walking through Terminal 4 without even asking one of Heathrow's staff. Said to me, Thailand checking at the end, mate. Oh, do you look like you kind of, a Farango to Thailand? They do tend to have that look. They do. Yeah, I am tilt. Guess I have the look. Okay. Bentman, try the P Plus near Cybercam. Nice clean hotel with pool and gym. It's opposite LK Metro. Okay, well, the thing is, the reason that I'm staying in this one here is it's close to the other one that I didn't stay in. I just hope that Booking.com don't try and charge me for that one. I think I've just seen a message, on Booking.com that they cancel the booking or something like that. I just hope that they don't charge me for it anyway. Let's see, Angie McIver. Hi Eddie, how's it all going out there? It's going okay. It's actually going well. Now let me just say, and I will mention this in a video, that next week I'm going to go to Cambodia. I have booked hotels in Cambodia. I'm in Pattaya, and in the olden days, to get from Pattaya to Siam Reap, would be a doddle. I would go into a travel agent's booth here in Pattaya, and I'd arrange to go there, and the minibus will pick me up at my hotel in Pattaya, take me to the border with Cambodia, we go through the passport and the visa stuff and all that, and then it'll be picked up on another bus on the other side of the border and taken to Siem Reap. Not a problem. It will be dead easy. Right now, I've been going around town looking at travel agents, and it seems to be more complicated now. They don't seem to be operating. The border apparently is open, but there don't seem to be companies that are doing that run. I mean, I was suggesting I could get a taxi there, but it's bloody expensive. And I don't know whether I'm going to get a flight or what I'm going to do. I've got to sort that out tomorrow. Definitely can't leave it. As soon as I wake up tomorrow morning, whether I wake up tomorrow morning or not, I've got to get that sorted out anyway. But this is a sign of the times. Every time I've tried to do the land border crossing from going from Pattaya to Siem Reap, it's never ever been a problem. But it's a problem now. I mean, the agencies that I spoke to, they just give me a negative kind of response. No, that's not happening right now. You'd be better getting a flight. So yeah, I've got to say about that. Neil. Let's see, Neil, Alcatraz is like home sweet home. Okay, good for you. Good for you. Good for you, mate. The Clan F1, Edson, have you say, Jesus Christ, the way my arms are working now, my shoulder aches, it may as well be. Yoz Travels, nice to hear from you, Yoz. What's going on, guys? Up for football, we're getting picked up at 7:30 a.m. for ferry to PP. Yoz is down in Phuket right now, and he's going to PP Island. Beautiful. I tell you what, Yoz, you see that in the background of me there. That is Wah Hin. I think PP is probably better. PP's an island and it's beautiful, and you will love it there. You really, really will like it. You also sent pictures of the tours that he's been on. He's been on, he's been to James Bond Island and all kinds of stuff. So brilliant. Good for you, mate. Good for you. Good for you, Yos. So nice to hear from you anyway. Let's see. Popcorn, your voice sounds deeper. Probably the drink. Sounds like that great actor, Bill Dean. It was Bill Dean now. It was Bill Dean. Was he in a TV comedy or something? Okay. Peter J. Eddie staying at the Hilton. No, definitely not, mate. Alcatraz, that's where I'm staying. But it's all right. At least the people here are friendly. There's a couple of ladies downstairs who are really, really, really friendly. Oh yeah, the football's back, isn't it? Just for that, English flag not working on YouTube. Okay. Mark, it was funny seeing that guy stop you while he had your stream playing on his phone. That's right. Somebody passed me last night when I was doing the live stream, but he held up his mobile phone. This. I'm watching you watching us, sort of thing. Philip Mulville, which street is the Beatles in Phnom Penh, Cambodia? Well, that's my saying. I say that 104. 104 Street is the Beatles Street. It's smaller than 136. I mean, 136 has got more going on. It's bigger. But 104 for me is the Beatles Street. 136 is more like the Rolling Stones. And, there's more of it, but it's not quite as good. Let me just do that there. I'll just do that. Okay, it's not quite. Oh, don't worry. Well, funnily enough, I was talking to an expat who lives in Cambodia, and he was telling me that 104 is a little bit played out right now. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. He said that's a little bit played out. There's 136 and places like that where it's all happening. But we'll see. We'll see. I just want to get to Cambodia and start. It'd be nice to report on that place again because it's been almost 4 years since I was last there. Let's see. Gemini Star, YouTube has become too big for his boots. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, let me see now. Okay. What is this? What is this about the English flag? What's going on there? I don't know. Bintman, yeah, Bintman. Why don't you get a flight easier option? Well, the thing is, I mean, I'm in Pattaya now. I mean, I don't want to sound patronising, but an airplane does not pick you up at your hotel and in Pattaya and drop you off at your hotel in Siam Reap. Road transport does that. They do it. I mean, for me, when things are working as they should be, I mean, to go from your hotel in Pattaya to your hotel in Siam Reap in about 9.5 hours, I think that's a doddle. I'd do that every time. But it looks like I will have to book a flight, and I better do it tomorrow anyway. I better sort something out. Dutch Farang. Dutch Farang, super nice. I'm trying to get the English flag here, but it's not where. Strange, strange, strange. Thailand gagged him back. Oh, now then, oh, whatever. Groucho. Capo 17. Elon Musk is in a new Bond film. The world is not Musk. Oh, bloody good stuff. He's a strange character, that Elon Musk. He's like a bit of a Bond villain, isn't he? Yeah, he clearly wants to take over the world. He's sending rockets into space. Is he like that guy out of Moonraker or something? Let's see. The rookie cameraman. Nice to hear from you. Mark McCormick, try going to Ekamai bus station. When I was there, I saw buses advertised at Cambodia, Laos, etc. Actually, maybe I could get a bus from here. But I don't know. I'll have to get something sorted out tomorrow. Let's see, Mister. YouTube standards, medical must be in sync with national and global standards via board. Okay, Bintman. It would be great if you did a live stream with a hot chick sitting next to you. Yeah, I'd like that. In fact, I think I could have had the opportunity of doing that last night, because I was in a bar with some nice chicks, and they were up for it. The problem is, it's all the bloody copyright music in the background. I know it's a bit of a bore, but it causes problem. Let's see, Popcorn. Bill Dean was Harry Cross in Brookside, but he was in loads of UK films. Scum, Kensington. I think I do know the actor. I think I do. Was he also in Selwyn Frockett or something like that? I think I do actually know the actor that you mean. Who's this? The rookie camera. Eddie, don't fancy having a few at next bar tonight? Well, it's about 3 o'clock in the morning now, so it's about 3 o'clock in the morning. So I think I missed a boat with that. Yeah, we'll pop into next part again. What is this? Just saw your wife Edwina. Is she one of the islands near Phuket? Not with you there, mate. So let's see. Sean Harris. Do you remember your first real holiday? I was 17 and went to Wales with a mate in a Ford Anglia. We had a great time in Port Crawl. The first holiday romance in a tent. Oh, so England have scored. England have scored. I mean, permit me if I don't, but England have scored anyway. I missed that. I actually missed that. Okay, but I'm behind with the chat anyway. So, Thai Billy Boy, England 1-up. Okay, so absolutely wonderful. England 1-0. Okay. Brian Street goal. Good for you, mate. Good for you. I'm pleased about that. So let's just see if I missed anything. Let me see. Dutch Farang. What do you see? Eddie, a black flag or an English flag? I see a black flag. I don't know what the hell's happening there. Strange. Terry Jones, my first holiday was in the caravan in Tower in North Wales. Some of those towns are really, really quite charming. They're really all right. They are. Let's big still. The new English flags work and see above. Okay. Let me see. Land and Gun. It's $62 to fly Bangkok to Siam Reap for next week, one day. Okay. I've actually seen a bit of it. I don't know. I've got to make a decision tomorrow. I can't wait any longer. Sean Harris, coach traveling in Southeast Asia is so much fun. You never know what could happen. It is good fun. I actually like that journey, to Cambodia, but it just doesn't look like it's going to happen right now. Yeah, boo hoo. Nice to hear from you. Nice to hear from you, mate. Oh, Popcorn, Rashford. It was Rashford who scored. Jesus, England have gone 2 up. I'm miles behind all of this. I'm going to have to get up to date here. Okay, Harry Holt, come on. Okay, come on. Brian Street, 2-0, 2-0. Okay, brilliant, brilliant. Terry Jones, England 2-0. Who's that? Michael B 2-0. Okay. Big Cyril. Speaking of scoring twice in quick succession, have you had the tie 70? I haven't really. I haven't had the tie. That's a little bit beyond me just yet. Okay, so Thai Billy Boy, who's this now? Bin man, get the coach of Pattaya to mold shit. Then the A1 public bus to Don Mon will cost you less than 300 baht. Okay. Yeah, but with my big suitcase, I want a bit of luxury, really. I do want want a bit of luxury. I don't want to be dragging that big suitcase all around the place. Anyway, what have we got now? So England has gone 2-0 up. That's good. That is good. Okay. So anyway, anyone else? Let's see. Fatboy Slim, you're looking well steady. Hope you're having a great time. It's okay. I am having a good time. And like I say, but Pattaya, it can sometimes you can outstay your welcome in Pattaya. I've been here for a couple of weeks now. I'm here for another week, and I think I've done all that I need to do. I mean, my main priority is to make YouTube videos, really. But what can you do here that hasn't been done so many times over? Do you know what I mean? So I mean, really, I think Cambodia will be very, very fresh. I haven't been there for a few years ago, and for a few years. And I think there'll be far more interesting things that he brought there. You can't really do anything in Pattaya that someone hasn't done, someone else hasn't already done before you. Harry Holt, this is what we're after. More goals while that gives us a top class vlog. And okay, fine, thank you. Thanks for that. See, I've brought you luck, haven't I? Unless you're Welsh by any chance. Cy London, have you had the rich man soapy 2 girls? I haven't had that one. I haven't had that. No, I wouldn't say no, to be honest with you. Terry Jones, did you go to the Sportsman's Night with Gaza? No, I didn't. I didn't really do that at all. I didn't. I'm sure he's a nice guy and all. I'm sure he's a legend and everything, but not really for me. Poppycorn, good point to check which airport takes you to Cambodia. Some use the old airport. Well, to be honest with you, to be honest with you, if you're going to go to Siem Reap, it probably will be the old airport, Don Mong. But I've actually done it. I mean, now I know to get from Pattaya to Savannah Bhumi is usually about 1.5 hours by taxi. But I've actually done Pattaya to Don Mong before. And if it goes very, very early in the morning, you can actually do it. You can actually do that inside 2 hours. But if you allow the traffic, it's more like it's going to be 2.5 hours or something. But it's doable anyway. It's doable. Let's see, Mark, take the bus from Pattaya to Cambodia. Well, it doesn't look like it's really happening now. Terry Jones, Gaza is a nice guy. He's got a good heart. Okay, I know a lot of people. He's revered by a lot of people. England is still 2-1 up, aren't they? So what have we got now? So okay, so that's it. I brought you luck. Anyway, so we're watching football tonight. Anyway, I just thought that it was going to be a little bit the way the England versus America. I actually thought that America, the USA, were actually performing better than England the other night. McLaren F1 race. Hey, my soon-to-be ex-wife is in Pattaya now. Watch out, okay? Okay. Dave the Red. Hey Eddie, is there any restrictions into Cambodia? No, I think it's as far as I know, it's all go. There's not a problem. I mean, it's not a problem. It's all there. It's all set to go. So, how long have we got with this match? About another 20 minutes, something like that. Okay. Well, I think England are going to win it anyway. So, any restrictions to Cambodia? No, I was talking to a guy today who was an expat there, and he was saying that you can just get into Cambodia without a problem. There's no things being shoved up your bloody nose or none of that crap or anything like that. Danish bacon. Danish bacon. Will you be reading your poems to the girls in Cambodia? I don't think so. Somehow, I don't think they'll appreciate that. Uh, what's that? Silent, have you read Private Dancer book about that? No, I don't believe I have. No, I won't be reading my poems to the Cambodian girls. I mean, funnily enough, I was in a bar once. It was what I think it might have been 104 Street, and I went there, and I was the only Farang in the bar, and there were all these girls, Cambodian girls there, and obviously I was the centre of attention. But I just wanted to do a karaoke, put some music on the YouTube and start singing. So I chose one of my favourites, Eve of Destruction, and they found Eve of Destruction by Barry Maguire and put it on the YouTube video. And I sang because I know all the words. That's some marvelous lyrics. I sang along in the bar to Eve of Destruction, and I thought I did well. And when I finished, a couple of the Cambodian girls were there looking at me, and one of them said, "That was boring." Okay, thanks, ladies. Thank you, ladies. I won't try that one again. Let's see. Okay. The S Travels, well, great to hear from you, S Travels. Puts out great videos at Rome or Barcelona, all kinds of stuff. Good evening, lads. Hope you're all well. I've bloody done my back in, can't move. Reminds me of your pose at your shoulder there. How's it now? Well, it's still aching. When I sleep, and it's okay when I'm moving about, but when I sleep on my side, a couple of people have said you want to try sleeping on your back. It takes a bit of getting used to, but it does work eventually. But I don't know. I'm still waking up with terrible aches and pains. Anyway, I hope you're doing all right, mate. Anyway, and your back improves soon. Anyway, so nice to hear from you. Stephen O'Connor, nice to hear from you, Steve. He lives in Phnom Penh. He's a teacher there. No restrictions for Cambodia. Just straight off the plane and straight out to 136 Street. Okay, that sounds good. That sounds good to me. Anyway, straight off the plane and out to 136 Street. I mean, there's quite a few streets. I mean, I wonder how we were discussing the Beatles and the Stones streets. I've always said that 136 is the Rolling Stone Street. There's more of it and it goes on for a bit longer. But for me, 104 is the real Beatles Street. That's always the way that I've looked on it. But I was talking to a chappie today who said that 104 looks like it's a little bit played out now. It's the other streets that are getting all the attention. We'll see about that. Nice to hear from you anyway, Steve. Terry Jones, have you been enjoying the Thai food? I was down at the beer garden today, and I had what did I have today? I've got a picture over there. No, not that one there. Okay, I picture of it today. What was it again? Let's see. I had a curry. I had a curry today. I had a curry today. Okay, that's what I had today. That's what I had today. Can you see that? There you go. So I don't know if you can see that. It's a curry. It's a curry and fries anyway. Okay, not really. Well, okay, that's probably not the wisest thing to do anyway. But anyway, there you go. I had a curry and fries today at the beer garden, and it was lovely. Dave the Rave. Eddie, I think you have to do an online visa before you enter Siam Reap. Have you heard anything about that? Well, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. But the chap who was talking to today said you can turn up and get it. you can turn up and get a visa at the airport, $35 or whatever it is. I'm really going to have to sort all of this out tomorrow. I can't really leave it any longer. Let's see. London. Phnom Penh's a great city. I love it. Okay. Okay, here we go. Sean Harris, favorite Ray Winston movie. Favorite Ray Winston movie. Well, he was good in Scum when he was a young lad. What else has he been in? He was. Do you know, Ray Winston was in the remake of The Sweeney, but I think he would have been perfect to take on that role. But he was too old, and he was too old by the time, and too overweight really by the time he played that part. So I think he was wrong for them. Favorite Ray Winston movie? Off the top of my head, not really. Wildcat 66. I'm watching the England game and supporting them. I'm not one of these anti-English Scots. Jealous you're still in Pat. I never saw you in 2 weeks. You never came to John TM. I haven't visited John TM up to now. So you never know. You never know. Let's see. Danish Bacon. You've probably been to the S21 prison in Killenfields. Any plans on visiting for the vlog? I've been there twice. That's one of the reasons I went to Phnom Penh originally. I've been and done all that on 2 occasions. I wouldn't really want to do it because it's a bit depressing. And not only that, I don't think it'd go down well on YouTube, to be honest with you. I've actually got a video of me and a friend from years ago on deep down the list where we visited the Cuckoo tunnels in Vietnam. And YouTube will not monetize that video because it's got to do with war. So I don't even know if they'll monetize a video on the killing field. Not sure. Who's this? Kwankin. Good evening. I'm going to travel to Pattaya 22nd of January. Here in Sweden, it's -10. Oh well, I'm sure it looks lovely though. Okay, good for you, mate. Good for you. Terry Jones looks lovely. Yeah, curry and chips. Yeah, it was nice. Stephen O'Connor. Yes, visa available on arrival for Cambodia. Okay, that's it. Thanks for that info. Anyway, Steve, thanks for that. S travels 4K. I've not watched the game yet of the World Cup. Well, good for you, mate. I mean, you make some lovely, you make some wonderful videos. S travels 4K. Go and check out his channel. Absolutely, make some awesome videos. Walking around some really, really great cities. Tony Simpson's Sexy Piece was a good film with Ray Winston, nice guy, Eddie. Yeah, I did. I think I've seen that. I wasn't really that impressed with that movie for some reason. Okay, imagine Ray Winston taking on the role of Ed Sweeney. The life and times of the global phenomenon. I think it's. I don't know. That's a wacky suggestion. That is. Ricardo, Ray Winston was great as Frenchie in The Departed with Jack Nicholson. Absolutely, absolutely amazing. I think that was the movie that finally brought Scorsese as Oscar, but it wasn't one of my favorite Scorsese movies. It was a little bit depressing, that film, I thought. Good movie, but a bit depressing. Let me see. Terry Jones. Ed, why don't you squeeze in a visit to Ban Chang? Would love your take on it. Well, I'm all booked up hotel-wise now, so I'm not planning on going anywhere else while I'm in Thailand. Let's see. Sean Harris. Ed, you would make a good Ray Winston look-alike. Okay, we'll consider that one. Sean Harris, Ban Chang is great. Is it really? I mean, I haven't thought of... really, when I'm here in Pattaya, I just do the Pattaya thing. I mean, I don't really bother going out there out of Pattaya. Terry Jones, Ed Sweeney's the Scouse Ray Winston. How's the football coming on? Still 2-0. Wildcat, going back in February, Emirates £600 from Glasgow. Okay, I suppose. Okay, good for you, mate. Anyway, okay. So what we're going to do now? What I'm going to do now? Something get weensy bit different. Okay. Okay, let's see. Where's all the banners here? We done a little bit of this the other day. Since we're in the mood, okay, we do another episode of this. They couldn't have picked a better actor. Okay, so let's see. England 2, Wales 0. All right. So I think they got that one in the bag. So we discussed this the other day, and basically, it's you see an actor who's so damn good in his role, so damn amazing. You couldn't imagine another actor playing that part. And the other day, we had loads of suggestions for it. Let's see. Let's get back to the comments. George and Aston are sending me bloody messages here. Who's this? Tom Easton, 6 hours from here, and I'm on my way. Okay, good for you. Good for you. Pinball 3-0 England. Poppycorn 3-0 now. Okay. 3-0. Chris, most of the Dad's Army cast. Okay, that's a lot of England. No. 3-0 for England. Okay, that's bloody good. So, okay, they've redeemed themselves anyway. I'll watch the highlights later. So basically, an actor playing a part so brilliantly, so perfectly, that you couldn't imagine another actor playing it. Now, the ones I picked out, I couldn't upload some of the ones. But here's one for you. I'll start off with this one. This was a 1971 iconic movie. A sort of like it really changed the way blacks are seen. And I mean, before that, you only really had Sidney Poitier. He was like, renter there. I'm not going to say anything like that. Sidney Poitier was really, really good, but there weren't that many black actors in movies in those days until this wonderful movie came along. There you go. Richard Ramsey as Shaft. Absolutely magnificent. Now, I love that movie. It had the best theme tune, one of the best theme tunes of any movie ever. And it had... and Richard Ramsey was just so perfect for that part. He was absolutely so. I couldn't imagine another actor playing it. And he went on to be in the TV series as well. There was all sequels in the TV series. And he was really, really the perfect actor for that part. He didn't have that much of a career afterwards. Not really. But, not really. But he was the perfect Shaft. And that's why years later, when Samuel L. Jackson, he just didn't do it for me. Didn't do it for me. Harry Holt's Shaft, the theme tune was funky as, and it richly deserved winning an Oscar. Campbell 17, Ronald Reagan was lined up to play Rick in Casablanca. Thank God Bogart got it in the end. Oh, yeah. Ronald Reagan, what the hell was it? Oh, Jesus. Didn't he make a movie with a monkey once or something? A chimpanzee or something like that? Oh, no, I'm not a fan of Ronald Reagan. But Richard Ramsey was perfect. He was he was a good-looking guy. He was cool, and he was absolutely superb. I couldn't imagine another actor. I said about Samuel L. Jackson. Just doesn't do for me. He's more like a character actor. He doesn't really have star quality, and I can't really understand how Samuel L. Jackson is being so successful. I can't really understand it. But anyway, Richard Ramsey, Shaft, they couldn't have picked a better actor. Okay, so let's see how we deal with the football. 3-0 for the football. Harry Holt, Burt Reynolds. As what? Burt Reynolds as what? Sean Harris, Boris Karloff, Frankenstein's. Yeah, he was perfect. He was absolutely perfect. Boris Karloff played a brilliant, brilliant part. How's the football doing? No, I missed that one. Anyway, 3-0 up anyway. That's good. Let's see. Binman, Denzel Washington would make a good modern day one. Denzel Washington was very, very good in that film. What was it? American what was it? American Gangster. That was good. I like Denzel Washington. He's a good actor. I'm not. But there's only one Shaft, and that's Richard Ramsey. Paul Hoskin, the Inspector Sweeney mysteries. Nice to hear from you, Paul. Who's that? Ronald Reagan suffered from Alzheimer's most of his life. Oh, poor man. let's see, Terry Jones, Omar Sharif is Dr. Zhivago. Watched it the other night. It's a good movie, that. It's still a highly watchable film. Harry Holt, the trucking film, can't remember what it's called. Convoy. You talk about Chris Christopherson and Convoy. Is that the one that you mean? That was it, Convoy, yeah. Capo 17, Alec Guinness and Tinker Sailor, Soldier Spy. Okay. What are we on? We're still on 3-0 there. Okay. Sean Harris, William Holden as Pike in a Wild. I agree with you. I mean, that was a magnificent, absolutely magnificent movie. Absolutely magnificent. I mean, I think if that movie was made today, it would win, a whole batch of Oscars. But it didn't at the time because it was controversial because of the violence involved. But I agree. William Holden was a much better actor when he was playing something, a bit darker than a straightforward villain, and he was absolutely amazing in that movie. Very, 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 very good. Chris, Sir Anthony Hopkins, Silence of the Lambs. Okay, no, that's actually one of the ones that I was going to bring up actually, but I have problems trying to convert these. Something's happened to my laptop converting these. But anyway, there's a picture there. There's a picture there. Can you see him? There you go. There you go. A picky there of Anthony Hopkins as Hannibal Lecter. Okay, that's a picture of Anthony Hopkins as Hannibal Lecter in Silence of the Lambs, and he was wonderful for that part. Funnily enough, really, he won an Oscar's Best Actor for that movie, but really, he was actually only in the film for about 15 minutes, wasn't he? Really, he should have won the supporting actor, but he was amazing in that movie. Truly. Bizarre, striking performance. The problem I have with Anthony Hopkins is that he seems to, he can't really seem to live that down. He's been in a lot of things, but I actually think he's a bit of a bore in a lot of the movies he's made. So he was in this series called Westworld. That's the Sky HBO remake, and it was a fine thing. But I actually thought that he was. Whenever he's on the screen, I thought, here he goes again. He's going to deliver one of his lengthy monologues. And it becomes a bit of a bore after a while, that actor. But he was good in that anyway. He was definitely good in that. Lieutenant Columbo's Glass Eye, Peter Falker's Columbo. Well, you would say that, wouldn't you? Yeah, absolutely wonderful. Absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. S. Travels 4K. I'm waiting for Quentin Tarantino's last 10th movie before he retires. And Quentin Tarantino, I think his movies have sort of gone downhill over the years. I think he's become a lot of his movies I found very, very slow. I love his early ones, but I think a lot of his later movies, I'm not a big fan of Tarantino, to be honest with you. Eason, man, Sid James is Sid in every Carry On film. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the thing is, if you watch the Carry On movies now, what made them work so wonderfully is that they had amazing comic actors, and Sid James was, the main man in all of those. He was absolutely wonderful. I mean, actors always say that comedy is a lot harder than drama, and you actually watch those, even things like Carry On Camping. I mean, absolutely magnificent. Dead right. Nice to hear from you. Anyway, Eason, man. Cy London, Orson Welles as Harry Lime. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Marvelous movie, that. Absolutely marvelous. Wildcat 66, whatever happened to Antonio Fargas? He would have been good outside. So it was Huggy Bear, wasn't he? Harry Holter, Pete Postlethwaite in Brassed Off. I don't think I've seen that one. I don't think I've seen that movie. Sean Harris, Anthony Perkins in Psycho. Yeah, absolutely. He was wonderful. I mean, he was absolutely perfect in Psycho. I mean, I like the TV series, the Netflix TV series of Psycho. The problem with it, the actor who played Norman Bates, he looked too skinny and puny to be really, really menacing. I mean, Anthony Perkins was absolutely wonderful. Terry Jones, Oliver Reed as Bill Sykes in Oliver Twist. Absolutely perfectly cast. Absolutely perfect. I mean, he was the perfect Bill Sykes. I mean, he looked like a rogue, and he just fitted that part perfectly. Absolutely magnificent. Capo 17, Omar Sharif gambled away his fee before he even started filming Dr. Zhivago. God Almighty! I heard I heard he was a notorious gambler. Okay, and who have we got here? Clint Eastwood, Dirty Harry. Couldn't imagine anyone else playing that part. And guess who we've got? Guess who we've got? There you go, Dirty Harry. Clint is Dirty Harry. Absolutely, I agree. I couldn't imagine anyone else playing that part other than Clint. He was just totally. I mean, Clint Eastwood has the kind of, on-screen presence. You couldn't imagine another actor. No scenery, whether it's city, whether it's the Wild West, no scenery is too big to dwarf Clint. He still stands out. Absolutely wonderful. But did you know that he wasn't the original choice for Dirty Harry? It was actually set up. That movie was actually set up for, would you believe, an aging Frank Sinatra. Absolutely, that was actually was filmed for, because Frank Sinatra had been in a few from the late 60s, a few detective movies. He was in one called The Detective, and there was other couple of movies called Tony Rome. I think there was another couple of movies he made using that character. So Dirty Harry was set up for Frank Sinatra, but he had a hand injury before, and it was just felt that the part was just too physical for him. It was felt that he couldn't do it. I mean, really, I'm glad that he wasn't able to play it, because Clint is the perfect Dirty Harry. He's been perfect in a lot of his movies. Absolutely, no question about it. Clint Eastwood, couldn't imagine another actor playing that part. Absolutely. Let's see, still 3-0 up to now, okay? Paul Hoskins, they've got EastEnders and Coronation Street. What about Pattaya? So you say, hey, yeah, that'd make a good soap opera, that, wouldn't it? Imagine do a soap opera down Soy 6, and and it starts up. Da, 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 da. Oh my God Almighty! Sean Harris, I ate his liver with a nice Chianti and some fava beans. Okay, yeah, I liked Anthony Hopkins in that movie, but he's become a bit of a bore in a lot of other movies. Harry Holt, Jack Nicholson, The Shining. Okay. Jack, yeah, he was. That's not one of my favorite Jack Nicholson performances, but he was good in it. Yeah, let's see. Wildcat 66, Oliver was a musical. Yeah, absolutely. Bloody good. Don't get me started on singing the songs in Oliver. I just go, oh my God, can't sit yourself. There you go. You got me started now. Birdman, Arnie in Terminator. Yeah, absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. The most bizarre thing about that, and the most ludicrous thing, is that the first one, he was a villain, and the second one, he was the good guy. I mean, it's a bit bizarre that. But yeah, Arnie was Arnie, wasn't he? Tony Simpson, Steptoe and Son, great British classic. Absolutely wonderful. Absolutely amazing. Love it. Let's see. Terry Jones, yes, well, great performance by Reed. Absolutely. Sean Harris, Benny Hill is the professor in The Italian Job. The Italian Job is one of my favorite movies. Seen it so many times. Absolutely one. But yeah, Benny Hill, he likes the wacky professor who likes big women, big women. Oh my God Almighty. Who's this? Ricardo? I thought the original Hannibal Lecter, played by Brian Cox in Manhunter, was far more menacing than Anthony Hopkins. Am I right in thinking that movie was directed by Michael Mann, who also made things like Heat? Not one of my favorite filmmakers. I found a lot of his movies to be really, really bland. Is a good choice, absolutely. Alan Rickman in Die Hard. Yes, man, you are spot on there. He was just so cool. He was so cool, absolutely wonderful, and such a fine actor. It's a pity that he actually died quite well. He wasn't young, but he wasn't old either. I still think he had a lot to offer. But Alan Rickman, superb actor, and he really was. He was so menacing in that movie. Who's this? Wildcat 66, Elaine Page in Confessions of a Plumber. I bet she regrets that one. I'll have to check that one. I'll see if you can get some of the confessions on the movies on there on YouTube. I'll have to check that one out sometime. Let's see. Sharon Stone, is it still the match still going on? Sharon Stone, basically, yeah, she was wonderful, and I said it wasn't a good movie. That one, it wasn't. I didn't think that was a good movie. Really, it was watchable, but it doesn't deserve classics. But Sharon Stone was absolutely amazing. Terry Jones, love Alan Rickman, absolutely brilliant in Robin Hood. Okay, a wonderful actor. Mark Wells, did you know Barry Norman said Sid was the best actor he'd ever seen? Well, I didn't know that, but it's interesting. He had that kind of dirty laugh, didn't he? Dirty laugh, wonderful. Let's see, Sean Harris, Johnny Fontaine, The Godfather, was based on Frank Sinatra. Yeah, I think. Yeah, but do you know what film it was all about? I think it was From Here to Eternity. That's the one where he was desperate to get that part because he needed a part that proved that he could act. And for Sinatra won an Oscar for that movie. Oh yeah, yeah. Apparently when Sinatra seen Mario Puzo in a restaurant, he assaulted him or something like that. Bentman, 007 James Bond. I like Roger Moore the best. Well, I like Roger Moore as well. I thought he was super. That was actually my generation. I think, because I didn't watch the Sean Connery movies at the cinema, but the Roger Moore did. I thought that was the best one. And it was wonderful. Like Clint Eastwood, he had amazing star quality. No scenery was too big to dwarf Roger Moore. I mean, he still managed to stand out. Wonderful stuff. 3-0, okay. Popcorn, Roy's Butty shop for the girls on Soy 6. Oh, I'll have to get that one and try. Let's see. Paul Oscar, who would play the part? Who would play the part in Confessions of a Manga? You would, Paul. I'm sure you do a bloody good part in that. You're very, very quick with it. It was this Capo 17, Rebecca De Mornay in Risky Bit. Lovely, gorgeous stuff. Gorgeous stuff. Pat John, Richard Harris in the film. He was a fine actor, Richard Harris. I don't. Was he in that many good movies? I can't really name that many standout movies that he was in. I never actually seen that film, The Field. I never got around to see that one. Oh, let's see. Bintman, Michael Caine in Get Carter. Absolutely. I mean, Michael Caine is a wonderful superstar, amazing, and Get Carter was undoubtedly one of his best performances. I mean, I can say that they couldn't have chosen a better actor for that role. And guess who I've got here? Okay, Michael Caine, Get Carter. You couldn't have picked a better actor. He was so cool. He was so menacing. And what was amazing about him, he was a vicious gangster in that movie. And yet, the same actor can play a likable guy in many, many other movies. But that was definitely one of his standout performances. Absolutely wonderful. And I think even now you can still see that movie, and it's about 50 years old now, maybe 51 years old now. That movie, but it still holds up and it still packs a punch. If I was to watch that now, obviously, if you've seen it so many times, you know what's going to happen. But for anyone who's never ever seen that movie, check it out. Absolutely marvelous, a really genuine, wonderful British classic. And Michael Caine, Get Carter. They couldn't have picked a better actor. Absolutely wonderful. Amazing. Let's see. Brian Street, Anthony Hopkins doing what England are doing. Silence of the Lambs. Okay, slaughtering them. Yeah, okay. Harry Holt, Alan Rickman, Robin Hood. I've seen various stuff on Robin Hood, but I don't think I watched that one. Let's see, Paul Hoskin. The bar girls call me the vet because of where I like to place my thermometer. Oh, yeah, you're definitely you should definitely be in the movie Confessions of a Monger. Absolutely. Poppycorn, Gene Hackman, French Connect. Yeah, absolutely. We discussed this one the other day, but absolutely wonderful. I mean, they couldn't have picked a better actor than Gene Hackman, and he won an Oscar. Let's see, Sean adds, Michael Mann's directed some terrific movies. Heat, Last of the Mohicans, Public Enemies. Tonight. He is a well-known filmmaker, but I think he's got a bit of a bland style. I thought Heat was actually very, very overrated. Capo 17, Alan Delon in The Red Circle. I don't know if I've seen that movie maybe many years ago. So let's see, where are we now? So we've got one more to discuss on this one. They couldn't have picked a better actor. Okay, one more to discuss. Who else we got? Okay, I'll tell you one more, but can you see this? Can you see this? Do you know which movie this one comes from? Oh no, hang on a minute. Do you know what movie that one comes from? Anyone see that? Anyone know what movie that one comes from? It's Charles Bronson, yeah, but it's not Death Wish. It's not Death Wish. Anyone else? Let's see, can you hold it up to the camera there? Marvelous. That was actually, let's see, me as James Bond in Pattaya. Yeah, Sean Harris. Sean Harris has got it. It was. Let me see. Sean Harris has got it. It was a film called The Street Fighter. I'll show you that. I'll show you that again. See if it registers. It was Charles Bronson as an aging street fighter. That movie was also known as Hard Times. I tried to get this on MP, but anyway, there he is. There's Bronson there. There's a picture of Bronson there. Anyway, in Hard Times. And basically, he played an aging street fighter. It was set during the Depression. It was known as Hard Times. But I remember watching that film at the cinema in around 75 or 76. And Bronson, I just couldn't imagine another actor playing that part. He fitted that part of the aging street fighter like a glove. And it was a fine, fine movie as well. It was made by somebody called Walter Hill. It went on to be, because it was really a great action director. He also made The Warriors and all that. But I thought The Street Fighter was definitely one of the best Charles Bronson movies, because he's not the best actor in the world, or he wasn't the best actor in the world, but he had an amazing charisma about him. And I just felt they couldn't have chosen a better actor. He looked like he's not a big guy, but he looked like a real hard bastard. And they couldn't have chosen better. Oh, also, of course, James Coburn was in that movie, and James Coburn never delivered a bad performance. Oh, always. So Charles Bronson in Hard Times. It was known in this country as The Street Fighter. Great movie, and if you've never seen it, check it out. Absolutely. You know, Capo's got it as well, The Street Fighter. That's what it was called when I seen it, but it's more commonly known as Hard Times, that movie. Tony Sims, anyone seen Alcatraz with Clint? He's not bloody staying in Alcatraz here, mate. That was it's a good movie. That it's a good movie. It's a good movie. That it's a little bit dull. That one. It's not my favorite Clint Eastwood movie. It was this. Ian UK, that guy who played Jeff Ray, what a bloody great actor. Lovely stuff, magnificent. Okay, thank you for that one. Thank you for that one. Cheers. Okay, David Coleman. Hi, Eddie. I'm listening to your chat. It's the time. What time in Canada would that be? Would that be about 3 o'clock in the afternoon or something like that? Nice to hear from you, David. Anyway, Acer man, Faye Dunaway and Mommy Debs. I think that was that was all about Joan Crawford, wasn't it? I mean, apparently when Joan Crawford died, I mean, it came out. It was a bit of a bloody real wacko, real wacko. Didn't she tie her children to the chair? All kinds of bloody awful stuff. Let's see, David Coleman. Oh no, we were talking about movies again. we were talking about other things. We were talking about me being disgruntled with Booking.com, and we were talking about a few other things, but we got on this subject. Wildcat. I've never seen Taxi Driver. Al Pacino. Netflix keeps on recommending to me. Any good? I think you mean Robert De Niro. Taxi Driver with Robert De Niro. Any good? Jesus, it's one of the best movies of all time. If ever you get the chance to see it, wonderful. Taxi Driver, Robert De Niro, magnificent. David Coleman, what's wrong with your gaff? Oh, well, it was a long story, but I didn't stay in the hotel I was booked for, for some reason. But I ended up staying in this hotel, and this is not a bad. It's a good location, the hotel I'm staying in. But the walls look like bloody Alcatraz. It's a bit grim. It's a bit grim. Legan, Bronson was good in the movie Telephone, but it's never on TV. Lee Remick and Donald Pleasanton. That's a good movie. That is actually a good movie. In fact, I think I'm right in saying that's a Don Siegel movie, who obviously made many, many other great movies. But that is a good movie. Good if you get the chance to see it. Wildcat, or is it Robert De Niro? It's definitely Robert De Niro. Sean Harris, Toshio Mifune and any samurai movie. I know he's a Japanese star, but I can't really comment on his quality of acting. England is still 3-0 up. Ion Tilt, Gran Torino with Clint, a fabulous movie, excellent. And it was about 78 when he made that. Carl D, The Running Man. Okay, Arnold Schwarzenegger, absolutely magnificent. Let me see now. Okay. Bintman, do you remember Pennies from Heaven by Dennis Potter with Bob Hoskins? Oh, do I remember Pennies from Heaven? It's amazing what you can do with a bit of lipstick, isn't it? Funnily enough, I was thinking about that the other night. That was notorious, that series. Bob Hoskins absolutely was wonderful in that. But that series, Pennies from Heaven. But it was a controversial drama series at the time because, Arthur, played by Bob Hoskins, returns home and his wife has done something to cheer her up, and she's put, I think with Gemma Craven in there, she put lipstick on her nipples, and all that. And became quite notorious because this was, this was very, very provocative at a time to be shown on TV. But funnily enough, I was in a go-go bar the other night, and I seen a couple of the girls with what appeared to be lipstick on their nipples, and I was thinking of Pennies from Heaven. That's what I was thinking of. Oh, Jesus Christ! It's amazing what you can do with a bit of lipstick. Capo 17, Steve McQueen as Papillon. Not one of my favourite actors. Not one of my favourite actors. Seamus Doctor, did you get any jabs before your travels? I'm a bit naughty. I didn't. I haven't had any jabs for quite. The last jabs I had were bloody COVID things. Carl Day, Jewel, Mint film, good stuff. Dennis Weaver, excellent. David Coleman, are you going to do a hotel review on this place? We'll see. In UK, Charles Bronson was a very underrated actor, in my opinion. Made for Death Wish films. I like Charles Bronson. The thing about being in the Death Wish movies, the sequel's a bit like namby pamby, but the first Death Wish movie was a very, very good film. But I actually think he could have been miscast in that movie because, for one thing, he doesn't look like an architect, and also, his wife and daughter get murdered, and they needed an actor that would portray a bit more emotion. Really, I'm not really sure that Bronson was the perfect choice for that one, but it was legendary anyway. Harry Holt, Blazing Saddles, wonderful movie, but we're not going to do any quotes from that one. Let's see. Goon Army, No Country for Old Men. Absolutely, it is a marvelous movie. Fantastic stuff. Yeah, Wildcat 66. Well done, Marcus Rashford. Great lad. Okay, good for Marcus. Brian Street, England versus Senegal, Sunday. I'll try not to do a live stream during that one. I don't tell fabulous boobs on lipstick. Okay. Sean has, what do you think about Mary Mellington? I thought she was a dirty little bit, to be honest with you. Not for me. A bit vulgar for my liking. Paul Hoskin, oh, he's getting smutty now. Carl D. Charlton Heston, Planet of the Apes, wonderful. Absolutely, absolutely wonderful. So who else have we got? I think there's one more that I want to show you on this one, the last one. We've done Charles Bronson. What else have we got? Okay, perfect. An actor so perfect that they couldn't have picked a better actor. A legendary screen performance from the mid-1970s. Oh, gee, that was clever of me, wasn't it? That was clever of me. Legendary performance from the mid-1970s. Anyone? Of course you know who that one is. 1975, one of the 70s most Oscar-winning celebrated movies. Of course you remember that one, yeah? Who was that and what movie? Let me see now. Let's see, okay. Okay, let's see. Damn you all, yeah, that's the quote, closing lines from what we call it, Planet of the Apes. Okay, yeah. Pinball got it first of all. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, absolutely amazing. Jack Nicholson, Bazooki, Harry Holt, yeah. Carl D, Cuckoo's Nest. I mean, Poppycorn, of course. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I mean, do you know something? That movie was so celebrated at its time in the mid-1970s. It won, I think it was the first film, I'm right to say that, it won all four main Oscars. Best film, best director, best actor, and best actors. And I think it was the first film to have done that since the 1930s. But it was One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest was obviously it was Jack Nicholson played this kind of rebel who found himself in a sanitarium, and it's a bit of a crazy movie, but it becomes a very disturbing. He's like it was very much an archetypal 70s movie because he's 70s movies were sort of rebellious. He was like the individual trapped by his surroundings, but it was a wonderful show. It was a brilliant movie. But Jack Nicholson, that's the movie that really made him a star. He'd been around for years before that, and then he'd been in a few more artistic movies, and he was a well-renowned actor. But it was One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest that really made him a star. Wonderful movie, and he was perfect in it. Jay Fried, Disturbing but great movie. What one of the 70s fans. What surprises me. Yeah, let's see, Pinball. Chief Dan George was also, he was the Indian, yeah. Sure, now that Nurse Ratched is a bit of a, yeah, absolutely. Wildcat, Medication Time, gentlemen, Medication Time, Juicy Fruit, wonderful. I am Tilt. Just bought rubbers at Boots Chemist, boarding in 10 minutes. Oh, well, good for you, mate, anyway. Enjoy your flight, mate. Enjoy your flight. Pinball, Danny DeVito. I don't actually remember him in a minute, but yeah, I've seen that movie a few times. David Coleman, every time I have to pull my underwear down in front of a nurse, I think of Nurse Ratched. Oh, she played a great part. Apparently she died recently. But the thing about One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, it was like an artistic movie, but it was a massive success. And I remember that the cinema, it played at the cinema for months and months and months, and everyone loved that movie. Surprisingly, I actually think it's become a little bit of a forgotten movie now. I mean, it's still celebrated, but when people pick out their favorite movies from the past, from the 1970s era, they tend to mention other movies, but they don't tend to mention that one very much. I find, but a wonderful film. And Jack Nicholson, for me, that is the definitive Jack Nicholson performance. Randall P. McMurphy, I think his name was, or McMurphy. They couldn't have picked a better actor, absolutely. Let's see. Who's this? Carl D. Name the film with the quote. Sorry, I cannot do that, Dave. David Coleman's got it. 2001: A Space Odyssey. Okay. Sean Harris. Louis Fletcher was horrible as Nurse Ratchet. Absolutely. Pat Young. Did Mrs. Ratchet die recently? Okay. Well, Carl D. Well done, David. Bitman, I bet you we're having a nice lie-in tomorrow. I'll wake up and whenever I'll wake up whenever I wake up. Sean Harris, I'll buy that for $1. Robocop. I don't actually remember. Well, a wonderful movie that, but I don't actually remember that line. Harry Holt, the book is better. That's right. That's right. What I heard, I think I heard Kirk Douglas was supposed to be playing that part. I think he got hold of the book, didn't he? And I don't know if he got the rights to it or whatever. But it didn't happen. But Jack Nicholson, they couldn't have picked a better actor for that part. Absolutely, definitely not. David Coleman, all books are better than the movies. It's better to read the book first. Yeah, it usually helps. Wildcat 66, Eve is a good Brit movie from the time, 1969 though. I always thought Nurse Gladys Emmanuel and Open All Hours was hot. Okay, you like that sort of thing. Capo 17, the chief must have been 7 foot tall. He was a big bastard. Absolutely. Legan 5599. Cuckoo's Nest too depressing, like the last Bond movie. I like to escape while watching a movie. It was. I mean, it's a film that I would watch that movie again, though. It's not a film to see again, but I would watch that one again. I have seen it a few times. Wildcat 66, again, Britt Eklund in The Wicker Man. Lovely bedroom scene. I heard a rumour that wasn't actually her body, that Ingrid Pitt, who was in the same movie, actually stood in for the naked stuff. Because, I mean, she actually looked a little bit chunky, didn't she? Ingrid Pitt was a bit bigger boned. So that could have been Ingrid Pitt's body that you were seeing there. Let's see, Paul Oskin, Glastonbury, it's intense, man. Oh, it's intense. Oh, very good, very good. David Coleman, Farrah Fawcett, Charlie's Angels. Well, you know, I think that poster of Farrah Fawcett was the bestseller, wasn't it? But I couldn't stand that bloody program. Okay, so anyway, I've been on for 1.5 hours now. Sorry to disrupt the World Cup, but at least I brought luck. I brought luck to the World Cup anyway, and you know, we talked a little bit about movies and whatever. Now I've got to sort out a flight, probably a flight to Cambodia, and also I've got to make bloody damn sure that Booking.com don't charge me for that hotel because yeah, you know, I'm going to make sure damn sure they don't charge me for that. So listen, guys. Let me see. Listen, guys, I'm going to finish off here now anyway. It's the early hours of the morning. It's about 4 o'clock in the morning now. And I can hear other people in the other hotel rooms coughing, you know, and spluttering. So presumably they can hear my voice anyway. So I'm going to say good night anyway. We've had a little bit of a, you know, let's just say hello to Roy Cole. Dustin Hoffman was the perfect actor in The Graduate from 1967, my first ex-certificate movie. Yeah, absolutely. Not a big fan of Hoffman, but he was good in that one. Okay, I'm going to say good night, guys, anyway. Have a great week. I'll be back pretty soon anyway with more videos and all that kind of stuff. Have a lovely evening. England have won 3-0, so you know, happy if you're English, commiserations if you happen to be Welsh, but that's the way it goes, okay? I'll see you soon. Cheers. Thanks for tuning up tonight. I hope I haven't disrupted the World Cup for anyone, but I'll see you soon. Cheers.